きっと悪いこともあるだろうけど、それでも僕は世界を知りたいんだ。もちろん、君も一緒だ。
To Your Eternity Explained. Anime is best qualified in making us feel things and enabling us to sympathize with characters in both cheerful and unhappy moments, don't you think? After all, a combination of striking scenery and realistic emotions create a unique experience for viewers. And speaking of unique experiences, have you checked out the anime To Your Eternity? If not, today's your lucky day because I'm going to be spilling some tea on what's so great about this anime, including what message it is trying to give out to the viewers. Before we get started, if you want to stream more content like this, hit that like and subscribe button so you can watch my videos without having to search for them. Now, let's begin.
ダメだ。全然怯えてくれない。これならどうだ。
It would be rude of me to start describing what's underneath the surface directly, so here's a little something that you should know about To Your Eternity's creation. I hope you fellows remember how Yoshitoki Oima, creator of To Your Eternity, captured the manga world by storm after releasing A Silent Voice, which was pretty much a sobbing story of a bully and a deaf girl. Somehow, her new manga series, To Your Eternity, shares some of the same themes about making human connections and the difficulty of communication. Still, from every other angle, it's a mind-blowing creation. How? Yoshitoki creates an immersive fantasy world of untamed forests, prehistoric cultures, polar wastelands, a strange animals based in an Alaskan location. Other than that, the anime is a wave of emotional punches. So grab yourself a box of tissues because you'll be crying the whole time.
僕がそう決めた。君じゃない。僕が帰りたい。僕は帰りたい。
When it comes to the themes, this series is based on death and immortality. It chases the story of an orb of light, fallen on Earth by an unknown source. The orb can replicate and transform into every little thing that stands in front of it, even humans. So at first, the orb took over the shape of a stone, and later the form of a dead wolf. By wandering around the locations, the wolf runs into a young boy living in a cold and harsh environment all by himself with no one to turn to. The boy thinks the wolf to be his long-lost pet, Joan, and takes it under his wing. Later on, the wolf accompanies the boy in crossing the cold region to reunite with his family, who left the village searching for a heavenly place where everything is free, life is peaceful, and there aren't any worries. While searching for his loved ones, he injures himself but continues to move forward. Finally, the boy discovers a moment of clarity. All of his relatives and family members have died. Despite learning the bitter truth, the boy puts on a smile under the delusion that maybe it was for the best. Ah, man, I'm in tears.
いける。いけるかな。
When he reached back, his wounds become even worse. The boy realizes that his time has come. He sits on a chair and dies while uttering to his wolf, "Remember me forever." At this point, you can say that the boy was eager to be remembered, which is actually sad when you think about the fact that everyone from his village died and there was no one to remember them except for the boy himself. The wolf, who had grown fond of the boy, couldn't bear to watch him die, so to keep the boy alive, the orb inherits his body and continues his journey to explore the afterlife and reunite with his relative and loved ones. When Fushi enters the afterlife, he gets to meet many people, some of them befriending him while others try to hurt him, and even then, the orb doesn't catch a feeling of disgrace for humans. Since Fushi is a great listener, he's brave and very curious to learn what his new environment has to offer, but unfortunately, he doesn't know how to act like a human anymore. While he is exploring the afterlife, he meets a girl named March. She's an adorable little kid from Ninana. She appears in the second episode, and from that moment on, she completely takes control over the series and outshines Fushi. Whenever I think of To Your Eternity, March is cute. Charming little face comes popping into my mind, and I want to watch the second episode all over again. She's pretty much the motivation for me behind this video. Even you won't be able to resist her charm and presence. Her playing with dolls and acting like their mother is literally one of the best moments in the series. Her visions of being an adult just like her big sister, Parona, and turning into an actual mother sounds too sweet. However, when March meets Fushi, she becomes frustrated when he ignores her, as he was incapable of speech at that time. Despite all that, she sticks around for Fushi and gives him food to eat. March's character is so honest and appealing that falling in love with her is the first thing that's going to happen with you. She isn't even the main character, still, her influence on the audience and the storyline is outstanding.
何これ何
I have to admit that there's an unexplainable feeling to this anime, especially in its first episode. The beauty and the writing all lie in the spoken and unsaid. Most of the episode revolves around the boy smiling through harsh times and imagining conversations with his beloved wolf, but there's a lot of untold things that lie beneath, revealing an even greater level of sadness that offers an even greater depth to the emotional concept of the anime. Besides that, it makes for an unpredictable and wonderful flight of emotions that will, without a doubt, leave the viewers in tears. So it is safe to say that To Your Eternity is a philosophical journey of discovery and a tale of humanity. The show promises to make you question the nature of life and wonder how would you get to your eternity.
そうか、僕を待っててくれたんだね。よかった。もう一人じゃない。これで僕は頑張れる。見てみんな、人がいる。
Other than being a truly depressing story, To Your Eternity has a lot of unique potentials. A boatload of shonen heroes tend to level up through their existence. They learn new techniques, befriend new people, and eventually become strong enough to achieve their goals and often save the universe from booting. When it comes to our protagonist, the boy, hold on. I think it's time to stop referring him to as the boy because he has a name which is later revealed in the anime as Fushi. So when he comes to Fushi, he is likely to find himself outliving any goals he set. If his purpose is to observe the world for centuries, he might see the rise and fall of civilizations. He may also love and lose uncountable times. Fushi is also an exceptionally strong human being, especially when it comes to dealing with his emotions. The way he accepts the harsh reality of death of his people with optimism is actually amazing. Even after achieving his goal, uniting with his family, does the story end? Think about it. If Straw What Luffy were to find the One Piece, would the story end? If it didn't, what would happen next? Just like that, Fushi from To Your Eternity has a never-ending potential, and it will be truly incredible to see which paths he dares to tread down. In terms of clarity, it never felt like the plot was overly compressed or stretched too thin. The story was very simple and clear from the very beginning, such that it was very easy for viewers to understand in a much better way. Whether it is the plot twists or the characters, the series had merged them gracefully and displayed them in a more special way. It flawlessly gavied away the message to the audience as to what the anime is about in the most incredible way possible, as opposed to other anime series, which takes about 3 to 4 episodes for an average fan to understand the overall concept of the series. The credits for this level of perfection goes to the creator, the staff members and director, and Studio Brian's Base for creating To Your Eternity exceptional from others. It is plain to see that To Your Eternity is one of the most unique, emotional, and visually appealing anime shows ever. Even I teared up after watching the first episode, and if you did too, let me know in the comments section so we can mourn together. That's it for now. I hope you had fun riding the emotional roller coaster this anime had to offer. Before you close the tab, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I will personally reply to your comments. I'll catch you guys later in my next video.